I came in and purchased the practice from a dentist that had been in business for 40 years and tried my best for the first 5 years I owned the practice to keep everything exactly the same, but it was just pretty much staying stagnant. I was at 76,000 a month production. And then in May of this year, I'm only 3 months in, I guess it was, I had my biggest month, which was 160 in 1 month. And then on average, we've gone from 76 baseline to about 130 a month. So I mean, some months we have doubled, some months not quite, but yet that just I didn't think was possible. They asked me what my goal would be to get to a month, and I'd put 100. And then they asked what would my ultimate goal be, and I put 150. And I kind of remember joking with Carolyn, like, yeah, right, that's never gonna, happen in 1 month. And when it did, it was an eye-opening experience to see, I think we limit ourselves more than anything. It felt like you were a rock star almost, because it's like, hey, how did you, to be in a business, let alone that you can do that, is phenomenal. I mean, most people wouldn't have the opportunity to double their income realistically in a month, and in dentistry you can, just by changing how you think and how you walk into that practice each day. Instead of walking in there and being limited by not wanting to be the new guy coming in and people saying you just need money, so that's why you're diagnosing, even just 2 crowns, people would try to act like you were just needed money, and that was just kind of the tone. But then whenever you really explain to people that you're trying to give them a comprehensive overall how to get them to ideal, and take the extra 2 minutes just to walk them, get that emotional bond, that you're not just trying to take their money, you're trying to actually help them, and this is why people will sign on to those $30,000 treatment plans when they used to bicker about 2 fillings. So but it's until you make that emotional connection. I never understood the psychology at all. If you're a dentist that you've had that month where you've taken your own money to cover payroll before, had those months where it sucks, my come to Jesus was at the end of last year. I was 16,000 in the hole. I didn't believe, like, why am I going to pay somebody else 60 grand when I'm already broke? Like, that just seemed pretty asinine to me at first. But then when I realized you can't, it's insanity to keep repeating the same cycle and not change, I was like, I've got to give it a chance. And so I just thank the dear Lord above I did. Got to go for it and trust. I mean, even this testimonial, I can assure you, I actually was, I had to scrape together a couple of different ways just to get the initial 60 to even higher amp. And, within 2 months, I'd already, repaid, we'd already gotten that repaid back, if not quadrupled back that investment, just in how much the shift in the numbers game went. I don't think I'd ever had, or I might have had a couple of $10,000 days if there were implant crowns or something, but, now having these, we do like a grab bag where with days we produce 10 grand, everybody, we'll have a $100 bill and a couple of 10s and a couple of 20s. And just the girls randomly draw at the end of the day. And we'd had one in 6 months before AMP, and I think when I started that, and then we've had like 30 of those grab bags in the last few months. And of course that it's not all about the money, it's actually just about taking the time to, I feel like, let your employees know, hey, I appreciate you. Some people, yes, obviously money drives them, but I think most of them would rather just know that I appreciate the fact that they're working harder, they're spending more time at the office, they're not showing up at 7:45 and leaving at 5 on the dot. They'll stay and make sure, hey, what can we do to, keep patients happy or, keep growing? Because I think they want to be part of, as humans, I feel like we want to be part of a successful practice, a successful business. They don't want to go, when they get asked in public who they work for, they don't want to say or hold their head down. They want to be able to say, I work at Parham Dentistry. We're the best up here kind of mentality. So I think that the level of confidence that I already have in AMP was proven for me. So obviously I came back for a second kickoff, because now that y'all have really helped me with getting my office going, then I really want to expand on, or have y'all keep around for the personal side of things, because I feel like the one thing that Darren and Carolyn and Sam and all of y'all get is that it takes more than just numbers and doing things differently in the practice, because if you mentally yourself aren't in a good state, then you can't be a good leader, and you're not going to produce those same numbers you're capable of.